beautiful Father's Day. Everybody was celebrating and got to enjoy their day of relaxation and being able to be taken care of as a father and be celebrated. Mine was a good day. I relaxed all damn day, chilled all day. Wife got some sushi. But it was a chill day for the most part. I had to talk to a few people, tell them how much I appreciate them as fathers. Tell my brothers how much I love them, appreciate them. But yeah, it was a cool weekend. Did some reflecting, you know what I mean? Like, did some reflection on the importance and the roles of fathers, not just in their household, but in their community. You know, like the importance of fathers in the community, not just in your household. Because me and one of the other coaches was talking, and it was like after practice. We were at football practice, and after practice, we had about 7 kids. Happy late Father's Day to all y'all. We had about 7 kids that were still there after practice, and we were waiting for their parents to get there. And we were talking about like their situation, and a lot of the kids didn't have, a lot of the boys, they didn't have fathers. Like the grandma was coming to pick them up, the mom was going to pick them up, and we were having a discussion like, damn, every black man like is like a father to ratio of 5, just say 5 other kids that are not yours. And like the importance of being a coach and being a strong father figure in these kids' lives. And we were just like thinking about it, like, damn, that's true, because it was just me and him, and he doesn't have a kid on the team, I do. And it was just like, damn, we're over here being father figures to these boys that are without fathers. And it was like, it really like an importance on what we were doing. Like, damn, like what we're doing is more than about football, it's more than about coaching, it's about being a figure in these children's lives. It was a trip. Like, damn, like never thought about it like that. Never really. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Happy late Father's Day. Never put the importance behind it of wearing the hat of a coach and how it can have a positive or a negative impact on a child. So it was just like an aha moment, like, oh shit. I always knew we had an important position, but it's not, it's a volunteer position. You're not paid, you know, and it's so hard because you have all the politics of being a coach. And I didn't know all that shit was involved. I've only been coaching 3 years. And it's been situations that have kind of just been like, whoa, what the hell? And surprising me all the time, because it's like, we're just out here for free. We're volunteering our free time to do this. And you have people that have these standards and these expectations and want you to do all this. So it's a little stressful at times, but then when you think about how important it is for these children, it makes everything easy. It makes everything way easier, because it's bigger than you. You're not bigger than the program, and it's all it's about. The whole purpose of the whole thing is for the children, these boys. So happy Father's Day to everybody out there that I didn't get to say happy Father's Day to or send a message to. I appreciate all of y'all. It's all love all the time. And I hope y'all felt valued yesterday. Hope you felt valued yesterday and somebody made you a meal or did something for you yesterday, because you're deserving of it. Oh shit. Okay. Excuse me, brother, coming in here real quick. About to get some gas. But I just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man, and say happy Father's Day, man. I'm happy. I'm blessed. We got another day. It's a Monday, starting the week off. Hopefully we get this week going. It's going to be an amazing week. We're going to do amazing things. Right behind you, brother. What's up, Screwston? I see you up in here, man. But yeah, have I ever ran into a rebel kid as a coach? Oh my gosh. And yes, I have. And it's just, the rebel kids are like, to me, are the easier ones because I can relate to them. You know, like, and they just rebel against everything because they think they got it figured out, or just against everything or this, but they really just want attention. So if you give them attention from the beginning, and you notice like, okay, what's going on here? You get into the bottom of it. You figure it out like, hey, if you want to be on this team and you want to be a part of what we're doing, we're going to be doing something amazing. We're going to be doing something great. This is what we need from you. And it's not like we're not going to allow them to act up or be themselves. Like, you got to allow room for kids to deal with their trauma in whatever field or in like whatever platform it is. But with the ones that are rebels, they kind of let you know early on, and you could pick out and key in on them a little bit easier because they're easier to find. It's the quiet ones that are dealing with stuff that you have to like pull it out of them. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get down and figure out, damn, what is going on with such and such? Why is this? Why is that late, or he's missing, or this and that? Like, you have to do more work to find out where you need to help them at. So the rebels are a little bit easier. The ones that are quiet and that are like the smart, quiet ones that are dealing with shit are the hard ones to get to because they know how to hide things. They know how to like, oh no, everything's fine, everything's good, and like shrug it off and try to get through things. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that you have to watch out for, and those are the ones that take the most work and effort because they're smart and they don't want you to know what's going on. Hey, what's up, man? What up, Rob Gotti? Back up in here. But that's really the blessing of being a coach. And then, like, talking to some of these kids, they're dealing with so much. They're dealing with so many things at such a young age. And it's like, nobody is giving these kids therapy. Like, it's just keep going. Who cares what happened? Just keep playing. Go play football. Go to school. Go do this. And they're dealing with so much BS and trauma in their life that nobody's addressing or telling them how to deal with it, or what are coping mechanisms, or what are some tools to use to deal with the emotions that they're feeling, and justifying them and validating that they should be emotional and that they should be feeling like this. Like, okay, it is okay to cry. You ain't got to hide everything. Those are like, those are the fuck. It's like, I'm just thinking of the different kids and the different boys that we've had to help. And then one's not father, but like grandfather passed away, but he was his caretaker, and like the team having to step up and like help him get to practice, help him get to school and this and that, and like stepping up as a community. And it's so needed in our community for fathers to be outside of the household. Like, fathers are more than a father in their household. You're a father to the community, and it's so needed in our community to look outside of just us and look where we're needed, where the help is needed. They be going through a lot of stuff and be trying to hold it in. And you get these little tough little boys that think they're tough enough and they can handle it. No, I got it, and this and that's good for them to be strong, but you have to give them the room to not be. Like, no, let's talk about it. It's okay. Well, how are you feeling? What happened today at school? Why did you do that today at school? Why did you do that with the teacher? Or why did you say that to the teacher today? What happened? What triggered that? What was the problem? And getting to it, and like, well, and a lot of them, like a lot at the bare minimum, be hungry. If I didn't have, you'll hear, oh, I didn't have breakfast. and I was hungry. It'd be the like the little small things that you just be like, fuck, like how are these kids supposed to succeed when we're expecting them to be the meet the standard when they don't have the standard to be even healthy, to have a healthy normal living. We're expecting them to be here and they don't have even the baseline of what they need. Like that shit is sad. Like, and so, and it's not just food. It's like clothing, sleeping. They're not going to sleep on time. They're not eat right and you don't sleep right. Those two things for anybody are gonna fuck you up. Oh man. Like, and so once you get through that, the sleep, eating, those are two things, right, that we talk about. But then you deal with the trauma that they're dealing with on top of that. Maybe um, violence or witnessing violence or um, drug habits in the household or this in the household. There's so many different things that could be going on, and that to a child, it could be normalized. You know what I mean? Like if you don't say something about it, they'll think that this is normal. Like, oh, everybody's like this, or everybody's effed up and families are screwed up. That's what up, Fat Equals Flavors. Help. Thank you for coming a member. And we have to like talk to them about situations like, no, that's not normal. It's not normal to witness that. It's not normal to have to deal with this shit. But we're going to help you get through it. So that's my spiel on foster community. It's just very important. And I'm like looking at other things and looking at how I could be more effective in my community and how I can like get other brothers to realize how important their position is, because they're doing it, but I just want them to realize like, hey, what you're doing is more important than what you think. Like this is a necessity. Our community needs this. But yeah, but I gotta get some gas, man. I'm let y'all back a little bit. I love us. There we go. I gotta get some gas real quick. My bad, y'all. Yeah, I'm here. I went to go I'm getting gas. My bad, I was pumping gas. And so there's so many different freaking things that you have to deal with kids. And look, I'm talking about 8U. Kids that ain't even 9 yet that's dealing with stuff. And it's like, if we could teach them these things at that age, how to deal with emotions, how to deal with the trauma, how to deal with it at a younger age, start attacking it at that young age. By the time they get to junior high school, in high school, they already are equipped with the tools. They're already equipped with the tools to progress and be productive. You know what I mean? So when more things happen, and because there are going to be more things that's going to happen, you know, where we live and just us, you know, it's a never-ending battle. But if they have the tools to deal with it by the time they're that age, we're in a better place. So that's my goal, man, is like to give these children as many as I can, as many kids that I can talk to give them as many tools as possible to deal with their emotions, their traumas that they're going through, and let them know that it's okay to feel a certain way. It's okay to be down, to be sad, to be mad, to be angry, to be happy, to be joyful. It's okay to be happy. It's okay. Just because other people are sad doesn't mean you can't be happy. Like, it's a whole spectrum of shit. But yeah, but that's the mission. It's a big mission, but that is the mission. But all love to all y'all. Thank you for chilling in here with me while I'm getting gas. But I had a great Father's Day. I hope you guys all had a good Father's Day. And then another good thing going on with Father's Day. A lot of people were talking about this lefty gunplay thing, right? And you got people talking about lefty gunplay. And what made me think about it was Father's Day. You know what I mean? Like, and a father. So for lefty gunplay to say what he said that in a position of a father, of what he wants for his child and what he doesn't want or whatnot, which I think is okay for a father to know what he wants or what he doesn't want for his child. And so to say like he doesn't want his daughter to marry a black man, that's something like, there's so many layers to that shit. And you could be like, that's racist, that's ignorant, but that's a father saying what he wants for his child. Now the thing is, like, is he saying he doesn't want his child? Now, is he being pro-Mexican? And that's fine. Being pro whatever you are is amazing. Being pro, I want my daughter to, he wants his daughter to marry a Mexican dude or whatever. But are you saying pro-Mexican? Are you being anti-black? There's a difference. There's a difference between being pro your race and being anti another race. So would he be mad if it was a Jew, if his daughter was marrying a white man, if his daughter was marrying a Asian man? So if it's across the board, I don't think that's racist. If he feels that way across the board, he wants his daughter to marry a Mexican dude, I don't think he's wrong. But if you don't want your daughter to just only not marry a black man, you just being anti-black, that's wrong. There's a difference. There's a difference to that. And so that's the tough topic. You know what I mean? I think it's a good opportunity for both communities, black and brown, to have these discussions. Like, let's start having uncomfortable conversations. Let's stop avoiding them. Let's get to it. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Like, yeah, I like black people. I like fucking with black people. I like being around them, but I don't like them enough for them to be in my household. Is that what it is? But let's just talk about it. And let's see, why do you feel like that? What's the reasoning? And it ain't LA County, and it ain't jail. That's not, it's more than that. It's not just, jail or prison mindset. It's people that I know that haven't been to prison that think like that. And it's people that have been to prison that don't think like that. So I don't want to blame it on jail or prison. I want to blame it on the bigger picture. And we can't hold Lefty to too much. He's a young man, right? Like, he's young. I don't even know if he graduated high school. I don't even know where he's at mentally. You know what I mean? Like, emotionally, Like, we can't put the world on his shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, he's experiencing this shit. At least at the bare minimum, he's being honest. I appreciate honesty. I appreciate you being transparent and open about how you feel and what you want. And sometimes you're going to say things that are going to trigger people. Sometimes you're going to say things that you're going to regret. But at least you're being honest about that shit. And at least you're saying things that are being thought-provoking and causing conversation. Now, if he says this kind of thing and we just sweep it under the rug and just be like, oh, whatever, you either just mad at him or like just ridiculous, like mad, like, oh, he's racist, and that's wrong. Or you just like, I don't give a fuck, who gives a fuck? That's also wrong. Like, this is an opportunity. This is a great opportunity for an uncomfortable conversation and to get to the bottom of it and to grow from this shit. I think this is a great time, and especially since the black and brown community have grown so much closer through this. I think it's time to start having those uncomfortable conversations openly. Like, hey, what's the deal? What's going on? Like, so is this what it is? Or is this everybody, or is this just what you? And if the brown community disagrees with that, they could talk to him and say whatever. But I think it's a moment of growth for everybody if we take the opportunity to have these conversations. It's going to take communication. It's going to take some uncomfortable shit. Like, damn, like, fuck, I never really thought about it like that. Like, yeah, that was ignorant of me. Okay, like this is why. Okay, oh, I feel like you guys are trying to infiltrate, or you guys are just trying to benefit off of black culture, but you guys don't really respect or love black culture. You just want to benefit. Like, it's so many sides to the story. So it's a great opportunity for everybody to get that shit out and talk about it. And I guarantee you we'll be in a better place if we start communicating and talking about the real issues on the table. And maybe Lefty sparked it with the conversation. By being honest, maybe Lefty sparked the conversation that is going to help both of us, both communities, grow together. How about that? But we have to take the opportunity and take advantage of the opportunity to do that, so that what he said is not just said in vain. It's not just like an empty statement. We can use this to grow. If we look at it that way, we can use it to grow, to have a better understanding. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody says stupid things. Everybody is ignorant to something. And the statement was ignorant, but let's make the most out of it. Let's figure that shit out. Because I've been through the ugly shit of not getting along. I've been through the ugly shit of them over here and us over here. That shit is whack. That shit is whack as fuck. That separation shit, that shit is so stupid. Like, I really didn't have a strong relationship. Well, I'm from Long Beach, and Long Beach, we have a whole nother thing going on. But I really didn't have a solid, real relationship with a Mexican dude till I was an adult. So that I could realize, it took me that long to realize, like, damn, we basically the same. Moms isn't like this, y'all dads is like that. And it's sad that it took me to become an adult to realize that shit. Because of separation, this segregation type shit. It's like that ignorant ass ideology or outlook or whatever keeps people from meeting amazing people. I don't want my daughter marrying no gangster either. Like, but I'm not ever going to stop her from loving who she loves. But I know what that separation, segregation bullshit looks like. It's so damn dumb and ignorant. And it can be such a beautiful thing if we come together. I see what it can be. I see what it can be. And I think other people are starting to see it too. And all across the country is different, yeah. Like, Spanish and blacks get along across the country, like on the East Coast, up north, whatever. But LA is a hub. Like, LA is a very essential, important city. And if we get that shit done, that's one of the dark clouds over LA. That's one of the dark clouds over Southern California, is that segregation between black and brown. What's good? Yeah, but I know a lot of people that have done a lot of time and a lot of prison time, and then they don't come out with that mentality. It's not. I don't want to blame it on prison because that's a cop out. You're intelligent enough and smart enough and have access to enough information to get past that. Like, it's not prison. I know people. Everybody that goes to prison don't come out saying that. Like, I'm not going to use that cop out or that excuse for it, but I'm also not going to demonize him. I'm not going to demonize him for feeling the way he feels. I think it's from where his upbringing is, more so of his upbringing than it is prison. I think it's he's a product of his environment. And you know what product of, you know how that happens? Like, so you can't be too fucking mad at him for saying that. Like, I'm not mad at him for saying that. He didn't say nothing like no violent shit. Like, oh, I hate, or I'm gonna do this and do this. This is how I feel about. He didn't say shit like that. He just said for what he wants for his daughter. But I still think it's a great opportunity for a good conversation and for people to grow from this. Bless up, Kingpin. That's a beautiful thing, man, to be able to have that freedom and that be able to have cultures join. And what I see for LA, for black and brown, I see some bomb ass shit happening. I really do. Some bomb ass shit happening. It may take a while, but when it does eventually happen, it's going to be. But I think we have to stop sweeping shit under the rug. We have to stop sweeping issues under the rug and acting like they don't exist, because they do. The issues do exist, and it ain't prison. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It ain't prison that's causing the issues. It's products of environment. It's upbringing before prison. It's uncles, aunties, moms, dads, and we need to get to the bottom of it so that we can have this unity and come together. Just think if that shit happened in LA. Just think if that shit, yeah, you're gonna have your gang rivals or whatever, but think if we really came together in LA, how crazy bomb that would be. What's good, man? Yeah, so hopefully, I hope it sparks conversation and gets people talking and to figure shit out. You know what I mean? Like, we have all these platforms now. What better time than right now when we have all these podcasts and platforms? We have like Hater World, we have American Cholo, we have Back on Fig, we have Ace Boys, we have Community, Apollo. Like, we have a ton, and there's a brother named Bozo. There's a ton of platforms to discuss and to create these conversations and to bring us together. Like, it's gonna happen, but we just have to be willing to have those fucking whack ass, uncomfortable conversations. One person's mad, the other one is defending. It's gonna be some high energy, high levels, but we ain't gonna be able to get to where we want to go without having those uncomfortable conversations. Yeah, but it has to come from a place of love first. You know what I mean? Like, man, imagine if all of Long Beach got together. That shit would be crazy. I've never even thought of that. I said LA. We had a strike. We couldn't stream on Friday. We can't stream until Monday. A strike from an old video. They striked the old video, so that's why we couldn't stream. Exactly. Help the bear. Yeah, I get that. But before you get complete unity, you're gonna have hiccups. You're gonna have ups and downs. But why not get those hiccups and those ups and downs right now? Which I think they are, and these are the hiccups. I think the hiccup or the misstep or maybe whatever happened on that interview with Lefty Gunplay, I think it was a good thing that he said how he felt. I think it was good that he was open about how he feels and what he wants for his daughter, because that allows the opposition to the argument or the opposition to that to state their case. And then we can start a conversation and be like, well, this is why I feel that that's not right, or this is, well, I agree, you can have your opinion. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as we are talking about that shit. The more talks we have, the more communication, the better for everybody. Yeah, them strikes be lame as fuck. Like, that shit came up on an old ass video. And so yeah, we didn't stream on Friday. But shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the black, brown, the white, the yellow, the green, the purple. Shout out everybody out there, man. It's all love. And shout out the fathers that are who they are and being honest about who they are and saying what they want. There's some people out there, some fathers out there that say they don't want their children to be this. They don't want their children to be that. They don't want their children to be a police officer. They don't want their child to be homosexual. It's people out there that have thoughts for what they want for their children. And I'm not going to tell them they're wrong for having a thought of what they want for their child. May it be ignorant? Yeah, it could be ignorant. But we give people grace. We allow people grace to be ignorant. And what if they were just hiding the fact that they don't want that and they never said it? They never said how they really felt. Then we could never address the issues, never deal with the problems, never come up with a solution. We're all hiding. We're all hiding how we truly feel. Like, if we demonize everybody for how they feel, people are going to start not being open about how they feel. If when they come out and say, well, this is what I really feel, I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but this, and we just demonize them for that, guess what? It's going to tell the next person, like, nah, I'm not about to share my shit. I'm not about to say how I truly feel, because look how he got ostracized. Look how he got cancel culture. Look how he got canceled for being honest and sharing how he feels. The cancel culture is going to make people not start not talking, and they're just going to keep all the shit inside and we'll never get anywhere. Kingpin, he wasn't being negative. He was raise awareness. I don't think he was being negative, and I don't know if he was trying to raise awareness. I think he was just being him, which he's allowed to be. And he was being honest. Like, okay, don't demonize him about that shit. Let's figure it out. Let's talk about that shit. Why? The why. Where did that start? The whys, the what, the wheres, the wins. Like, I think it's a good opportunity. But if we fumble the bag, we fumble the bag. Like, if we don't take the chance to grow from it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that feel like that. Yeah, like, but the thing is, what he said it is a big thing. You know what I mean? Like, but the who just said that? Something God of War. They try to make it a bigger thing. He was just saying what he said. They make it a bigger thing. But then on the other hand, people try to minimize what he says. There's also a minimization, a dismissiveness of what he said. Like, oh, fuck it, who cares? Nah, fuck it, who cares? Like, let's actually talk about this shit. There are people who care. There are people who don't care. There are people that are going to blow it out of proportion, like anything for views, anything for clicks or content, right? They're going to blow it way out of proportion when all it is an opportunity to grow. That's how I look at it. I just look at it as an opportunity to grow as two cultures coming together and understanding each other and allowing somebody to be honest about how they feel. Like, come on, like, children be in the building. I think that would be dope to get him on Ace Boys Worldwide, like have an interview and like have I think it would be dope to have like a not even an interview, but like a discussion, like a roundtable type discussion. Like have some of his homies, have Lefty and some of his homies, and then us, and just discuss. Just have like an honest conversation about shit. I think that would be fucking dope. Lefty and some of his best boys. Lefty and like 3 or 4 of his peoples, and hopefully all of them don't share the same point of view, but whatever. But it would be dope if he brought 3 or 4 of his people and came, and Ace Boys had a round table discussion with him. Now that would be amazing. That would be really good. Like beyond just interviewing him, because it's not just about Lefty. It's about all of us. It's about blacks. It's about brown. It's about all of us. It's not just Lefty. Let's not ostracize Lefty for being honest. And you know what I mean? Like, I think it's an opportunity for us all to come together and have those uncomfortable conversations. Oh man, Father's Day was amazing. Father's Day was a good day. It was a good day of relaxation. Hell yeah. See, hey, God of War, wouldn't that be dope? Bring his people so that he, like, not that he's not going to feel comfortable, because we all, Ace Boys, that's our goal is always to make people feel comfortable so that they could be who they are. They could feel comfortable being themselves. You know what I mean? We never want somebody to have to feel like they can't be who they are. But yeah, bring your people and let's sit down. Let's chop this shit up. Let's fucking chop it up. And for the people to see that, look at these grown men from the opposite ends can have these uncomfortable conversations and be mature and intelligent enough to sit there and respect each other. That's the dope shit. Now, when we do that, that would be dope. See, Adrian, I'm black and Puerto Rican. And I know how blacks and Puerto Ricans get along. But that's not how, like how blacks and Puerto Ricans grew up. That's not how blacks and Mexicans grew up with each other out here. It's a different scenario. It's a different situation. It's a different situation out here. You know what I mean? Like, it's very different out here. Yeah, all Mexicans are racist. Like, you can't generalize a whole fucking group of people. You generalize a group, you already lost. As soon as you start generalizing a whole group, you lost. Blacks are helping other blacks. What do you mean? Like, that's blacks should be helping other blacks. I just talked this morning about fathers in our community, so we can only just focus on that. See, people that say that we should just focus on black community doesn't really understand the significance of what happens in LA between black and brown. You really don't understand the significance of the loss, of the deficit, the funerals, all that shit. Like, that shit is fucking important. And we do help blacks. You say that like we don't do that. Yeah, like, so you guys, it's not just one way or the other. You don't have to go to 10 or to 1. Blacks and Mexicans do get along, but there is still room for growth. There's a lot of room for growth. It's gotten better. We're not like we get along. We what is that? We deal with each other. It's getting better, but it can be way better. And we can have a better understanding of each other. I think it's just an opportunity for some great shit is all I'm saying. What up, Nino Verse? But I think roundtable talks, I think that's where it's at. And not no ignorant as gang banging round table talks. I'm talking about men. A round table of men. Yeah, you can be a gangster, but I'm not talking about being on this and on that. Then I on that. Like, no. I'm talking about sitting at the table and having an honest conversation that is not based around ignorance. It's based around everybody wanting to grow and understand each other. What up, lovely? But shout out to everybody, man. 2024 is the year. Everything is coming together. Everything is going to be better. We have the opportunity to do some great shit, and we're going to stay. We're not going to let them knock us off our path. We're not going to let people. We've done a lot of growth in this year with everybody, having Lefty on, having King Lil G on. We're not going to let people tear down what we're building because they feel they're uncomfortable or they're mad about something. Keep building on what we've already started. And so some conversations need to be had. Settling it straight, right? You just got to hear what you're talking about. Yeah, man, motherfucker out here trying to throw grenades in the middle. Like, so basically what it is right now, to me, I feel we're closer and we're dealing with each other and having a better experience with each other right now. Like, this is, we're coming together. But then you got people from the outside that don't know anything about our situations, don't know anything about the cultures, don't know anything about LA, are throwing bombs and grenades to try to split that shit up. Anytime something good is about to happen, you know you're going to have opposition, and the ops are going to try to separate that shit because they know, you know, in their heart of hearts, in they, wherever they at, they don't want to see us together. So they're going to do anything and everything they can to pick apart and pull apart. They're going to try to pick apart everything Lefty says and make him out to be a villain, demonize him, instead of saying, hey, that's a young man that made an ignorant statement. Let's talk about it. Let's get to the bottom of it. And we're not going to ostracize him, but let's ask him about that. Talk about it and let's grow from it. But no, they'll want us to be like, oh no, he's done. Fuck him, he's done. He's out. Instead of having a fucking honest, intelligent, mature conversation. Because we're here. Or we might be here. But we used to be here. But we're like way closer. And now they're starting to try to pick us apart to push. We have to be intelligent and smart enough to know that what we're doing, they don't like and they don't want. So we have to be smart and see the play before it happens. Grenary gang that's true. Like, people on the outside are always going to comment, and I give them grace also because they don't really know the weight of what's going on. They don't know the gravity of the situation. Like, it's a big situation, and we're coming together and like just throwing bombs and just throwing like shit from the outside to try to break that shit apart. It's fucking stupid. You know, when they should be celebrating it and be like, oh, okay, they need to chop it up. Okay, let them chop it up and get it together and let them get it on the right track. Yeah, tweaker or not, like, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Had he been, what if he'd have been sober? What would it be? Like, it's still a conversation. It's still how it's like, why do we be bashing like and we have a tendency to think all Spanish people are Mexican. True. That's another thing. Everybody's not Mexican. Yeah, it's important to get the facts straight out there and not someone else trying to derail us. Yeah, you know what I mean? But then you have like the people that are saying like, well, he's like, what he's benefiting from the black culture through rap or whatever, or to the platforms and benefiting from being on black platforms and saying that the blacks mess with us and this and that, and then to go home and do that. And I hear what they're saying and I see what they're saying, but we don't know, like, we don't really know the bottom of nothing until we have a conversation. We don't know the bottom of anything until we talk about it. It gets deep in the family, Crody. It's all good. Like, I know different kinds of tweakers. Like, I understand. I'm mad about anything. I'm actually in a place of, I'm seeing the positive. I could look at it like a negative situation. I could look at it in a negative light. Somebody says something that I didn't like. I don't like that. I don't like hearing that. But I also have to put the shoes on the other foot. What was his upbringing? What was this? What is that? It's so many different variables to the problem. It's not an easy solution. There's way more variables to it. Like we act like there's not another valid message or another valid point in there. Like, it's so many different layers. God of War. We could get everyone together and have a grown conversation, like you said, Rios. A talk with everyone to see how they feel would be an episode, and definitely supporting the pod. Dude, that would be fucking amazing. It would be amazing. You know what I mean? Like, and just really get there. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter what, there's people in every race. Let's not, there's people in every race that say ignorant shit. There's somebody in every race that says some ignorant shit. And the thing about Whack 100 is, let's not act like Whack 100 don't say the same things about Mexicans. Look, how did he grow up? Look at his whole situation. Look at what he's got. Where that upbringing out there. That's some serious shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't some easy shit. Look at where Whack is from. Like, there's major shit. Major separation out. And for good reason. Why they're separated. There's a lot of, don't even get started there. And that's the thing. We talk about stuff as if we know. Out there, where they, like, it's almost like how Long Beach was, or Long Beach is. City to City TV, super chat 199. Thank you, brother. Shout out to you, bro. Like the video. It's free. Yeah, y'all go like the video, man. It's free, y'all. Yeah, Whack talking about the, yes, exactly. Nobody speaks for all of us. Nobody. But that's why I say sitting at a round table and having a mature conversation will help with that. It'll get like the what am I trying to say? The being able to interpret things the wrong way or take it the wrong, it'll take some of that away. And when nothing but hate around you, it's a hard cycle to break. It's hard. Like, nigga, like, act like if you grow up in the South around and your parents is fucking KKKs or some shit, and you grow up with them just spewing racist shit to you, you're going to have that in your head until you have exposure and have life experience. It's all about exposure and life experience to break you out of that mold. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually products of environment. And it takes exposure and life experience to break those habits or those thoughts. And it takes love. Because it's going to take somebody that's going to say, you know what, it's worth talking to this kid that grew up in the KKK family. It's going to take love for somebody to be like, you know what, I think it's worth it to help him to not be racist. It's going to have to come from a good place. But Antonio, that's still something that's still a conversation though, right? That needs to be, I feel like that needs to be said. It needs to be brought up. Right. Hey, this is hey, this is such a big conversation, such a big conversation that I cannot wait to continue this. Like they saying so many things I can't keep up. Oh shit. Hey, this will be a Thursday conversation. Y'all want me to talk about this on Thursday? Like on my live? I could talk about this on live more in depth with you guys. Um, and maybe I could figure out my Discord thing where you guys could call in or whatever. But I think this is a dope conversation. It's a bunch of deep wounds that need to be healed on both sides. But if you guys want to talk about, want me to talk about this on my Thursday live, I will. Because it, like, from what you guys are in here, you guys are really invested in. Man, I don't even know about that white dude, man. Whatever you want to do, I don't care. He's like has no value, like, to me. Do you follow Milk or don't follow him? It's all good. Okay, so I guess we want to talk about this. Okay, so Thursday we'll have more conversations, and I'll have video, and like it'll be based around this for Thursday. Um, I think it's a good place to talk. It's a good thing to start talking about and getting our opinions and thoughts out. Sucker free 7:30. That's the fucking God honest truth. It's a tough pill to swallow when bodies have dropped on both sides, and I think that's not what people are getting. You know what I mean? Like people like from the outside don't really understand that, and it's okay. They shouldn't. I'm glad they don't understand that shit because no one should have to go through that. But it's the truth. It's the truth. When you've had a brother or a sister or an innocent over here slain, it's hard to get past that. And I say like those. No, I'm not even gonna get into that. But overseas, where those wars are happening, how are they gonna get? Like I was like, how you think that they gonna get over that shit when they've had whole buildings, whole families taken out? Like it's gonna be a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, I want to get that Discord. I'm gonna start working on it to uh, start working on it today to try to get. Do you like Dr. Umar way of thinking? You're saying I'm like Dr. Umar? I'm nothing like Dr. Umar. I'm nothing like Dr. Umar. He's on Dr. Umar's on his own path of what he wants. He wants black to be black to be black to be black, and that's his prerogative. He don't want blacks with nobody. He wants blacks only with blacks. So he's being pro-black. He's not being selective with who he don't want black women to be with. He only want black women to be with black men. My God. I just get the keys for the higher ups, guys. Shit. Exactly. Grenary Games. Man, you guys are typing so much I can't even answer. Like, yo, you never Sean Ryan, Navy SEAL vet turned podcaster, do interviews leaders and commanders from all over the world. Sean Ryan's, I'll look it up. I'll start looking it up. That way of thinking will always set us back. That I'm not gonna be mad at anybody. I'm not mad at a Mexican that says he wants his daughter to be with a Mexican man. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad at an Italian saying he wants his Italian daughter to be with an Italian man or whatever. That's their prerogative. That's as a father, that's their prerogative. More than likely, their daughter gonna be who she wants to be. She gonna fall in love with who she gonna fall in love with. This is a whole different world. That's like an old way of thinking. pun. See this, like, so this is the thing. We know what to play with and what to be the destruction with. This ain't something to play with. This is not a destruction time. Like, this topic is not a play with topic. Like, he wouldn't play with this. It's not a time to play. Yeah, I remember the race wars in high school. The range to see people as people. That's true. But they got to have conversations. They got to sit down. They got to break bread with each other for that to happen. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I got to get to work, but we're going to continue this. All love all the time, man. Go out there, be a blessing for somebody. Show somebody some love. Have an important conversation. Have an impactful conversation with people, just like we're having in here. Like, we're not getting mad at each other, and we have different outlooks, different point of views, different opinions. But this is a place where we can have these fucking conversations. That's what makes it bomb. Like, that's what makes this right here, this morning's, it makes it bomb, because we're allowed to have these conversations and be honest with each other. Like, these are impactful conversations. And I love all y'all, and I want all y'all to go out there and win. Black, brown, white, green, pink, yellow. I want all of us to fucking win. I want us all to come together. And the only way that that's going to happen is through communication and having an open and wanting to be, you know what I mean? And let's not let those outsiders throw grenades and blow up what we got going on, because we're on a track right now to greatness. We're on a path to greatness. We're better than we've ever been. Don't let anybody try to pick apart and pull apart what one person says to try to do this. Nah, we're not demonizing him. This is just a conversation. Nothing is more than a conversation. So get out there and be great, y'all. I love y'all, man. And we'll continue this conversation Thursday. And we'll keep these lives in the morning based on topics that are of importance and of impact. So get out there, do something great, y'all. All right, I'm out.